Also this month, as I mentioned at the beginning of worship, that we are focusing on joy and the joy that God gives us in our lives. You may have noticed in this week's e-newsletter that there was a note from Jay Wyman, who is an 8 o'clocker and one of our vestry members, reflecting on God's joy in his life and what that looks like. And over the course of this month, we have many opportunities for joy, including the baptism of this sleepy, relaxed, blessed, and newly baptized child of God. This morning we also have an opportunity to hear how God gives joy to our minister of music, Holly Simons.
Good morning, friends. I'm privileged this morning to share a few words on the topic of joy. I'd like to briefly share what brings me joy, what joy I see in this community, and what I believe brings God great joy. My deepest joy and passion is a deep sense of God's presence, love, and friendship in this pilgrimage on earth. Intentionally listening to his words, dialoguing with him in friendship, and soaking in his vast and glorious creation daily infuses me with great joy. Joy and happiness are not synonymous. Happiness depends on external circumstances to bring a smile and feel good about life. Joy does not depend on external circumstances. It has its source in the one unchangeable thing in our lives, God himself, full of strength, mercy, hope, justice, and unfailing love. How can I not have joy when there's one absolute rock in life, and I am promised that I will never be alone? In my family and friends and in this blessed community at All Saints, I find huge joy. We share and love the presence of God in our music. I am so grateful. We love and care for each other in so many large and small ways. Most especially, I see God's loving heart reflected over and over in the giving and generosity that flows from each of you, from this place of community, from our collective service to Jesus, and to so many we are called to love. It is a wondrous and beautiful thing, this open, generous heart we share together as we speak, pray, sing, and share his Eucharist each and every week. We feel his oil of healing and blessing in this place. Finally, what brings God joy? Well, scriptures overflow with this answer. Just last week, we said goodbye to our beloved friend Chris. This was difficult beyond words. And it's not lost on me that as we said goodbye to someone else, we welcomed another. The cycle is very real. And yet the choir sang passionately at her service with words from the Old Testament that, quote, God is dancing over her, over us, over you, with great joy. Jesus shared in the Gospel of John, chapter 15, quote, as the Father has loved me, so have I loved you. Now remain in my love. I have told you this so that my joy may be in you and that your joy may be complete. Think of this, the night before he died, this man of sorrows and suffering, acquainted with grief, spoke about his love and his joy, that we might be complete. So what brings God joy? Each one of us. He gave himself in every possible way so that the joy he knows in the Godhead would be made complete in us. As we reach out in humility to draw near, to thank him, we overflow with his joy. God delights in us. Amen.